Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Welcome back. We are following some breaking news right now as we take a live look near Centennial Olympic Park in downtown Atlanta. Atlanta police saying several people were shot there near Centennial Olympic Park there.
Wow. And this is crazy because I was actually out last night in Atlanta and I was at the bars and it was a pretty nice night, pretty lit night. The bars were, they were okay. The women, they were choosing kind of, but not too strong. You know what I'm saying? But it was a decent night overall. I actually went on the Overdose podcast with Don J. Shout out to that brother, man. Super cool guy. But we were out last night and I'm glad I actually didn't go by this Waffle House because I was kind of craving some Waffle House because, you know, after the bars, Waffle House be busting late at night when you hungry and you need something to eat. But I didn't go. I just headed home and the Waffle House gets shot up. You can't even get no waffles, no all-star specials. I'm telling you, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Here in downtown Atlanta. According to a spokesperson with APD, this all happened just a few minutes ago before 11 o'clock tonight. There around Centennial Olympic Park Drive and John Portman Boulevard. You can see the crime tape up there, heavy law enforcement presence, as well as a car there with its lights flashing, police detaining the scene down there. We are working to learn more information as well as learn the conditions of those people who were shot. Again, Atlanta police saying several people were shot down there near Centennial Olympic Park in downtown Atlanta. Be sure and stay with 11 Alive, both on air here and as well as 11alive.com for the latest updates overnight.
Breaking news, shots fired.
She tough.
In Northwest Atlanta, several people are hurt. All of this unfolding near Centennial Olympic Park. That's where we find our CBS's 46's Yasmina also.
She tough too.
And with those breaking details, and Yasmina, I understand it's a very active scene right now.
Yes, Savannah, very active scene and also a very busy area here in downtown. If you look behind me to give you an idea of where we're at, this is near the intersection of Centennial Olympic Park Drive and Andrew Young Boulevard, right in front of the Waffle House here on this busy corner. At this time, Atlanta police telling us that multiple people were shot in this area. But aside from that, police aren't giving much additional information. You can.
And this is ridiculous, man. Imagine you get drunk. You go out, have a great time, go to the Waffle House, and these super gremlins shoot up the damn Waffle House. Like, imagine getting your waffle, putting some butter and some syrup on it. You hearing shots and you got to duck while cutting your waffle. It's crazy.
You can see here live that there are still multiple Atlanta police cars on scene. And again, this is a very busy area of town, especially at this time of night. Again, right now, we know that multiple people were shot in this area, but we don't have any information on a suspect or know exactly what happened. But again, police do have this area taped off still as they continue to investigate after multiple people were shot. We'll, of course, update you as we continue to learn more information. Savannah?
Yasmina, thank you so much.
Much, Ryan. And developing this morning, Atlanta police investigating 2 separate shootings involving teenagers. The latest happening around midnight at a house in southeast Atlanta. But hours earlier, police say someone opened fire on 5 teenagers outside a Waffle House near Centennial Olympic Park. And Good Day's Lindsay Tuman live this morning.
Wow. 5 teenagers. And let me tell you this, they probably were beefing. They saw their ops and they pulled up. Like this op culture, I told you, all these young super gremlins, they manufacture ops. And what ops are opposition or rivals or enemies in the community. Okay, that's what the word that we use to define our enemies. And we have a culture where young super gremlins, they're looking for ops. They want to have ops. They want to be involved in beef just to say that they got ops.
Morning with more on that. Good morning to you, Lindsay.
Hey, good morning, Caitlin. Yes, police are still trying to piece together what exactly happened in both of these shootings, including who was involved and why they happened in the first place.
A little before 10 o'clock Saturday night, Atlanta police responded to a shooting at Centennial Olympic Park Drive across from the Waffle House.
Upon arrival, they were able to determine that they were able to locate 3 individuals that were shot.
Officers learned 2 more people had driven themselves to Grade Memorial Hospital in a stolen vehicle.
The preliminary investigation on those 2 self-transports has determined that those 2 people actually took a vehicle from a valet in an area at gunpoint, transported themselves to the hospital.
All of the shooting victims are between 15 and 19 years old.
15 and 19 years old. And we know the number 1 cause of death for young black men between the ages of 18 and 24 is encountering another super gremlin on demon time.
And police say they're all stable. Around 2 hours later, police were patrolling in an area when they heard gunfire on Meter Avenue. They found a 16-year-old outside a home with a gunshot wound to the chest.
We do know that there was a gathering at the home. However, when officers did arrive on scene and began treating that male victim, the occupants of that home did leave the area before we had an opportunity to speak with them.
Neighbors say they heard dozens of gunshots.
So, as you can see, street code in full effect, no snitch in full effect. You're not going to get any information from the community. And we really try and peddle this narrative of police your own. Like, get the F out of here. Come on, bro.
Police are trying to determine where all the gunfire came from and who exactly was involved.
It's very preliminary in our investigation. We would like to ask that if anybody has video, if there are any witnesses to this crime, that they would contact the Atlanta Police Department's Crime Stoppers unit and provide us with that information.
And that's certainly the case for both of these incidents. Police say for this crime that happened here outside of Centennial Olympic Park.
Bro, I know this homeless dude too. Every time he see me, he asks for 25 cents.
That they were able to recover 3 firearms and the stolen vehicle.
My man be like, hey, bro, just let me get 25 on. Just put 25 on me. I'm like, I ain't got no change, bro. It's 2022.
They haven't named any suspects in neither of the shootings, but as soon as we get those developing details, we'll update you online and on air. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, I'm Lindsay Tuman for Good Day Atlanta.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video,
subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here for these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo,
Whoa.
ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
On to new details tonight in a shooting that injured 5 teens. We first brought you this as breaking news last night. Police say the teens were fighting each other near Centennial Olympic Park on a busy street in downtown.
Of course, if there is ever a fight that breaks out between these young super gremlins, just know that super gremlins don't fight, even though it's said that, hey, we got the best hands. Like if you ask people in the community, they'll say, oh yeah, we got the best hands, but then they'll also say, oh, we don't fight. That fighting don't take too long, we shooting. So they claim to have the best hands, but they're always shooting. So that shows you that they really don't have the best hands, okay? But if you ever see a fight break out between these young super gremlins, just know that gunfire is likely to occur, like damn near immediately after the fight pops off.
Downtown Atlanta, several teens pulling out guns and opening fire. According to police, so far 2 of them face charges. Police say the 5 injured will be okay. As 11 Alive's John Sherrick.
And don't worry about those 2 guys who are facing charges. They'll be out tomorrow, no problem. They'll get bonded out.
Reports tonight, people nearby are realizing they could have easily been caught in the crossfire.
It's nuts, right?
Saturday night, downtown Atlanta.
So this is crazy.
Atlanta crazy. This time, teens with guns fighting each other and opening fire just outside the Waffle House across the street from Centennial Olympic Park. 5 of the teens were shot and wounded, 2 females, 3 males.
Ages are ranging from 15 to 19.
And now listen to what Deputy Chief Timothy Peake says 2 of those teens did after they were shot.
That those 2 people actually took a vehicle from a valet in an area at gunpoint.
Wow. So not only did the super gremlins start a fight, shoot it out with each other, get shot, they immediately after the scuffle and the gun battle went and robbed another innocent man, a rideshare person, of their vehicle. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Transported themselves to the hospital.
So Peake says police are charging those 2 with hijacking the car. Alex Vargas and his family, tourists.
How dumb can you be? Like, Lord have mercy.
In Atlanta, were walking to the Waffle House from their hotel.
Blink of an eye, you just don't know. So that's kind of scary, but it is what it is in the world we live in today, I guess, you know.
See, and these gliders have just fully accepted it. They're not outraged. They're not mad. He's smiling, and he was walking to the Waffle House with his child. And actually, I mean, he looks like, maybe he's Middle Eastern of the sand elk. But either way, you should be angry about this. You're walking to the Waffle House with your child, and just before you get there, a shooting pops off. Like, this should make you mad, but oh, it is what it is. I guess this is the world we live in. We have to live with this. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Blink of an eye, you just don't know. So that's kind of scary, but it is what it is in the world we live in today, I guess, you know.
It is an intersection crowded with people night and day. This weekend, with tens of thousands of young people from across the country attending the DECA International Development Conference.
Wow. So if you guys don't know what DECA is, it's basically it's a business group, and it's a club that you can join in high school, and it stands for Distributive Education Club of America, and it is an association of marketing students that encourages the development of business and leadership skills through academic conferences and competitions. And I was actually in DECA when I was in high school, and it was a great opportunity to not only travel, but to procure some business acumen. And you know, these people who are trying to further their lives, these kids who are trying to further their lives and you know, get some more experience in not only traveling but in increasing their business savvy, could have been at risk while they traveled to Atlanta. And it's sad, man. It really is.
I was afraid, you know, for our students, didn't want them to get hurt.
One of their chaperones, Wayne Mason, says young people who were at the Olympic rings across the street heard the gunfire, dove for cover.
I don't understand. It's just random violence, and it's everywhere.
It could have been anybody who might have been part of that.
Yeah, stray bullets.
It was kind of alarming.
DeMarcus and Akir Murphy of Atlanta, also across the street during the burst of gunfire. Found out later police confiscated 3 guns where the teens had opened fire on each other.
We need more parents to be more responsible for their kids. We just got to stay involved with our kids.
You heard what he said. We need more parents responsible for their kids. Stay involved with the kids. See, it sounds good, but if you tell these sisters, these single mother sisters out here who have essentially raised these super gremlins, they will argue you up and down. What does that mean? Like, just because I'm a single mother don't mean I can't raise the kids. I'm the mother and the father by myself. Like, it's ridiculous. Sisters, get your kids.
Things like this might not take place as often.
The Murphys realizing that was the blood of the teens still on the sidewalk outside the Waffle House.
This is Atlanta. You got to stay safe.
Now, police working to identify everyone involved who, for several crazy moments, made anyone on these Atlanta streets anything but safe. In Atlanta, John Schierick, 11 Alive News.
Who was nearby when shots rang out.
Kristen, yeah, that witness is chaperoning 60 students. He's from Denver, Colorado. He says that he was just a few blocks ahead when he got a frightening text message from his coworkers.
About 9:49 p.m., one of my coworkers texted there was a shooting by the Ferris wheel, 20 shots, kids are still at the stadium, and that they were right in front of the rings.
And this is a very heavily populated part of Atlanta, okay? I actually filmed a proposal. One of my best friends proposed to his wife, or his fiance, now wife, near the Ferris wheels, like right in the Centennial Park area. I mean, literally smack dab in the middle of Centennial Park. And it was a beautiful ceremony. But I'm just saying that because it goes to show that there are so many people involved in different things and doing different things in this area. It's heavily populated. If you guys have never been to Atlanta, I wouldn't advise you now to go, but you know, that's where things go down. Like, that's where everything is at. Like, you got so many different stores and restaurants and just activities to do out there. You're right by the CNN Center, which is where we stayed when I went on my DECA conference. And you know, it's sad that Atlanta has gotten to this point. Seriously.
Mason ran as fast as he could to help his group. He's in town for a career conference at the World Congress Center. 20,000 students from all over the country are here for it. Mason says people were hiding behind barricades and buildings, dodging bullets.
I came back because I didn't know how many students that they had with them. And so when we got back, some of the students, they put most of the students on the bus.
Police say just before 10 Saturday night, a dispute between two groups led to a gunfight at this Waffle House on Andrew Young International Boulevard.
Upon arrival, they immediately located 3 people who had received non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. Subsequently, from that location, they received an update that 2 additional people were at the hospital.
Deputy Chief Timothy Peake says the 2 carjacked someone and drove to the hospital themselves. Investigators say they did recover 3 weapons and that stolen vehicle a short time later.
Of course, based off the area surveillance, we'll look to see who else we can identify that may have had some involvement with this shooting.
Of the 5 people shot, 2 were female, all of them between 15 and 19 years old. They're all recovering at the hospital in stable condition. Now, police say the 2 teenagers that stole that car have been charged with hijacking a motor vehicle, and police say they're right now working to figure out who fired those shots and why. For now, reporting here in downtown Atlanta, Justin Carter, Channel 2, Action News.
Definitely a frightening situation. Of course, we'll continue to follow this. Thanks so much, Justin.
Just before 10 o'clock p.m. this evening, APD units responded to a person shot call at the intersection of Centennial Olympic Park Drive, adjacent to the Waffle House. Upon arrival, they were able to determine that they were able to locate 3 individuals that were shot. Subsequent investigation from that point, they were able to determine that some type of altercation took place. Shots rang out. While on scene, they received updated information that 2 more people had self-transported themselves to Grady Memorial Hospital. The preliminary investigation on those 2 self-transports has determined that those 2 people actually took a vehicle from a valet in an area at gunpoint, transported themselves to the hospital.
I mean, like I said, we just suck at crime. Like, we just don't think it through. It's almost like they want to get caught.
At this point, everyone's in stable condition. The ages are ranging from 15 to 19 years old.
And let me tell you something. They're going to get a bail, and they're going to be back out on the streets probably this week. This is the result of the bail reform and the criminal justice reform and no cash bail and defund the police. This is the result of that rhetoric. They may not have directly defunded the police, but they've made the police's job harder. Okay, a lot of APD officers have quit, resigned from the job, filed for their retirement because they see the direction that the police department is going and how the courts pretty much handcuffed them from doing their job.
The actual motive for the shooting has not been established at this particular point in time. What we'll say is that the investigators are certainly still working and turning over every leaf to determine what happened. All individuals thus far have been identified, of course, based off the area surveillance. We'll look to see who else we can identify that may have had some involvement with this shooting.
So 5 victims. I'm sorry.
Correct. There are 5 victims. Yes.
Witnesses were telling us that it was the group, they were on scooters and coming through the area.
And honestly, I think this Waffle House is the same Waffle House that Travis Porter had to film their music video called The Waffle House. Okay, the song goes breakfast at the Waffle House, 20 sausage biscuit. Hold on, excuse me, man. What come on the sausage biscuit? Like, it's a really popular song back in the day when I was in high school. And I mean, they would be daredevils to film a music video there now.
Were they at Waffle House?
So we did have, prior to the actual person shot call, we did have 911 calls that were in the area of juveniles on scooters that very well could have been shooting. We have not had the opportunity to determine whether they were directly involved with this incident, but of course that will be part of the investigation to determine. There were a number of scooters that were on the scene when we got here. Now, how they got here and who was using them, we'll have to figure that piece out.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right, guys. So we're going to do this show. I got a lot for you here. And we just going to play it by ear. I appreciate everybody who has come in. But the homie actually sent me a clip. And we're going to get to that clip. But I want to make this point, all right? And as you guys see, the question is, who really calls the police on Black men, okay? Who is really calling the police on Black men, all right? Because there is this narrative that we have Karens out there, okay? Karens out there. And if you guys don't know, we have to continue to go to the Urban Dictionary. A Karen is a middle-aged woman, typically blonde, makes solutions to others' problems and inconvenience to her although she isn't even remotely affected. Okay, so they have a definition for it's basically white women who call the police or make a big deal about anything that happens involving a person of color or black and brown community or whatever. All right, so, and sorry guys, man, my throat's been hurting for a little bit. I know you guys knew that yesterday. So I got my tea. I'm gonna take sips of the tea. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I'm not gonna be talking as fast, so give me 1 second. All right, we're back in here. All right, so who really calls the police on black men? All right. There is a narrative that the Karens are out here calling the police and stuff like that. And I do have some videos. You know, I actually like the Karen videos because you can learn from a lot of the Karen videos. It's a teachable moment. Let me see. And there's a lot of different Karen activities going on out here. Let me just make sure I find this one because I want to use some good examples. All right, so that's what. So we got Thick Karen, guys. And it was basically like this thick gym white bitch who stopped this sister from coming into the parking garage. So we're gonna break down this video. She had ass. She was like really pretty much a butterface. But she was a Karen nonetheless, okay? She didn't even call the police. She threatened to call the police on a black woman who was entering her garage or apartment complex. So let's get into it. Shit. All right.
I literally live here. Y'all, it's a Karen. I experienced my first one. Karen. She doesn't have a fob. It's a Karen. She's blocking me from my neighbor.
Okay, so the thick Karen said she doesn't have a fob. She doesn't have a key fob to open the gate because in Atlanta, the parking decks, it's pretty much like it's pretty cool. Like you like press the button and a lot of them, like there'll just be a door that'll just slide down. So like people can't really jump the gate because the gate is like coming up from top. So if you do try and jump the gate, it's gonna smash your car. And it comes down with, pretty swift force. So it looks like Shorty was trying to follow Thick Karen in, and I don't blame her. I mean, shit, I'll follow that ass too. If I seen that ass, I'm following it. All right. You know what I mean? But anyways, Thick Karen tried to stop her. So let's run it back. She got ass, hips, and all that.
I literally live here. Y'all, it's a Karen. I experienced my first one. Karen. She doesn't have a fob. It's a Karen. She's blocking me from my neighborhood.
She said she doesn't have a fob and she's trying to break in the property. Did she have her fob? Probably not.
I have a gun. You better back up. Please get in my car.
Woo! And that sister said she was going to clap her. She said, I got a gun. You better back up. And I mean, these Karens might be bold enough to get shot over being a Karen. Okay. Once she said she got a gun, she hopped right off. And this is a real live Karen situation. Just mind your business. I get it. The Super Gremlins are breaking into cars and she thought she was going to be the hero. Honey, if it was really that issue, you would have been got clapped. But shout out to Mr. Jake the Great. He says, Karen thick as fuck. I be all the way outside on that.
Hold on. Hello?
We ain't.
Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
You heard him, Mr. Jake the Great said he'll be outside on that ass.
All right, tell us who you are.
Yo, Bo, we outside. I'm Lil AGs. Come on, man. If you don't know about me, I'm a rapper. Your rapper, favorite trapper, favorite rapper.
What are you looking for in the perfect female?
She just gotta be perfect. Come on. Perfect personality, pretty, but a fat ass too, respectfully.
Okay, so he said she gotta have that fat ass for him to get up out the car. Nah, I feel you, Mr. Jake the Great. I would have been on the same type of vibe, my brother. Appreciate you for the super trap, but you know, I do have to remind you.
I keep telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani.
Okay, so be careful when you treading them snow bunny waters. You know what I mean? A lot of fallen soldiers out there. R.I.P. to my nigga Christian Obumseli.
I have a gun. You better back up.
Please leave.
Get in my car. I have a gun.
I'm not kind of
back up.
back up, man.
Back up.
You have a gun.
Yeah, you're about to get in my car. What are you doing? Call who you want. She's calling the police on me.
So she was definitely being a Karen in this situation. And she obviously profiled this sister. She profiled the young sister. She said, I ain't seen you round here. You tried to jump the gate. You ain't got my key fob. Like, let me see some identification. But I get the hesitation and why they're trying to keep this gated community safe. The sister might have forgot her key fob. All right. She was going to have to punch in her code. She didn't want to do that. She trying to cut the line. Okay. She should have just waited and punched the code in. Because when you try and follow somebody in, it does look sketch. All right. And Atlanta is hot. People are on edge. I know they're like, dude, bruh, I can't really say much, but I know dudes who will go in certain parking decks and break your window out real quick and clean out the whole 6th floor. I said, I know niggas who will break out your parking windows and clean out the whole 6th floor. And they ain't just gonna bust one window. They gonna bust your left. They gonna bust your right. They gonna bust your passenger rear window. They grabbing everything. So, you know, I understand why she was moving in this way. I would just say, if this really was an issue, like if they was really on demon time, she would have got shot off rip. Just for stopping, she would have got shot.
Guys, I forgot my key fob. It's my what?
All right, so the way she represented that on her video was quite different than the way the sister was represented. But I do want to watch it one more time because you know, she thick. I just want to see the walk, and then we're gonna keep it moving.
I literally live here. Y'all, it's a Karen. I experienced my first one. Karen.
She doesn't have a fob.
It's a Karen. She's blocking me from my neighborhood. I have a gun. You better back up.
Please leave.
Get in my car. I have a gun.
I'm not kind of
back
gonna
up.
back up, man.
Back up.
You have a gun.
Yeah, you're about to get in my car. What are you doing? Call who you want. She's calling the police on me.
So she said, I'm calling the police. And instead of calling the police, she just filmed her own video. This is the social media age we're in. Honey, if this was some real super gremlins on demon time, they would have domed your ass, took your car, and then whipped it back around with your key fob.
Me. Guys, I forgot my key fob. It's my what?
All right, guys. So we see that the Karen thing is a real thing. Okay, so they are definitely out here calling the cops. There's so many other Karen situations, and we don't need to get into it. Y'all get the point. But let's get on the topic at hand, okay? Who is calling the police on black men. All right. So I want to show you guys this video. It's pretty insane. Found it on Facebook. Shout out to the homie who sent it to me, the homie Mike. You know, we have some issues in the community, and I have seen this especially with the older sisters firsthand, okay? Now, we respect the elders over here. We're not like these super gremlins who will drag an elder in a car during a carjacking or anything like that. But this video is shocking, man. It really is. So we're going to get into it. This is a lot of niggas' mamas, bruh. This is a lot of niggas' mamas. It wasn't my mom, okay? It wasn't even my stepmom. She was not that bad, okay? She was on some bullshit, but she wasn't this bad. This is a lot of niggas' mamas. Nice house, okay? Nice tables. Yeah, I mean, it's not top of the line, but it'll do. Looks like an apartment. You can see the other door across the street. So it's an apartment, all right, not a house. But they got space. They keep it relatively clean. It does look a little junky on the countertops, but there's probably a few people in there, all right, and they're sharing a space. This brother still lives with his mama. All right. This is an issue, okay? This is an issue. As a man, unless this is a teenage boy, which it could be, this could sure enough be a teenage boy and he's just ready to get the fuck out. But some of these women really go crazy once they get to a certain age. I'm not gonna lie, bruh. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these women go insane once they get to a certain age, okay? And it's pretty spooky. All right. But without further ado, we're gonna play this video. Brace yourselves, guys, because this might trigger you, some of you guys who have those quote unquote mommy issues. It's going to be a triggering moment, and you're gonna be like, damn, my mama was just like that, or my mama was worse than that, or my mama was not as bad, but she was on some bullshit too. I'm telling you guys, a lot of our the elder sisters, I will say, they're going out of their fucking mind. Like just being single and raising the kids and then not having a man and then having to exert the masculine energy and then, like, you know, getting out of shape and losing a lot of it. Just, as a woman, it definitely affects you, and you can't say that it doesn't. A woman's appearance and the way that her body changes through age and pregnancy, it definitely affects you, and it affects their self-esteem. They get humbled, okay? They get humbled. All right. So I'm showing you guys this video because this is a prime example of how a lot of these sisters are raising the kids. Okay. The neuroticism that goes on in these households. I mean, honestly, like, think about it. How would it make you feel if you're 50-year-old woman still in an apartment? I mean, that's gotta hit hard. And you still got kids in the house? And you still got kids in the house at your young age? You thought you was gonna take over the world? You was party and bullshit and party and bullshit. And then you get to about 50 years old and you're staying in an apartment? Like, I'm not knocking anybody who stays in the apartments. You know, I fuck with apartments, okay? I really do. I like, you know, more high-rise apartments. I don't want to be on ground level. I want a parking deck. You know, it has to be the right situation. But it's tough out here, y'all. Okay? It's tough out here, y'all. And if these women, they're living in apartments at this age and they thought they were going to do something else with their life, and they end up just having kids and having to take care of the kids, and they resent those kids a lot of times. Okay, there's plenty of examples. We could go to some Ayana Van Zant videos, all right, And as a matter of fact, we might actually do that. But let's get into the video.
You misplaced your keys. No, I didn't misplace my keys, mister. Stop saying that.
My mom can be mean to me all day long. But she don't care about me. She's a narcissist. She do not care about me. I promise you that.
I always had stuff that I did not know was going on, and I did not.
I know.
I know she's
Don't. You hear that? Now they got the little baby. That little girl is confused. Hold on. I'm getting some noise. I don't know where the fuck is coming from. What is that? Do y'all hear that too? Can y'all hear that? Hey, let me know if you guys hear this music. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, it's playing on Facebook. Okay, it plays. The music plays on Facebook if I'm not playing the video. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm listening to this music and I'm thinking I'm the only one hearing it. Okay, good. All right, good. It sounds like a country song. Okay, yeah, it was a little vibe. I ain't gonna lie, it was a vibe. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for that shit. But anyways, this is a crazy video because they got the little girl and it was so sweet, and she's like, I don't know why that, but I couldn't hide them. But it's also depressing. Okay, I didn't hide them. Like, you got the little girl, she don't know what the fuck is going on. She doesn't know what's going on. She's just thinking that everything is sweet. Like, oh, you know, it's cool to just accuse your son of stealing the keys. And now she probably believes that he stole the keys. So now your mother is grooming the child to go against the brother. And you wonder why a lot of these brothers feel so isolated. Now, I am not giving any excuses for the super gremlin, but you do have to understand who's raising these niggas.
You misplaced your keys. No, I didn't misplace my keys, mister. Stop saying that.
My mom can be mean to me all day long. But she don't care about me. She's a narcissist. She do not care about me. I promise you that.
I always had stuff that I did not know was going on, and I did not.
I know. I know she's don't turn this on me. She started it. Dad, understand the situation. Understand it first before you point fingers.
So the dad, it looks like it's not no single mother, okay? She got a man's. She got a man's. And he still did not check that. That's wild. So, you know, and I remember I did a story on this brother who pretty much, damn it, this brother pretty much clapped his 96-year-old grandmother. And you wonder, yo, what could make somebody do that? And maybe she was just on him, hounding him for years and years after years, and raised him in years and hounding, and he was just fed up. Maybe she was cruel to him. Who knows? Maybe she was. Sometimes you really don't know what's going on in these households. I'm not saying that it's right, but some of these older sisters be torturing these niggas. I've seen it firsthand. Like, you know, we've seen it in multiple instances where, remember, Jada Pinkett said her grandma taught her how to masturbate. So what the fuck else did she teach her how to do? You know, what type of other shit was she on? That's sexual abuse. Was it physical abuse involved too? I'm not saying with Jada Pinkett specifically, but she did admit to sexual abuse, because that's sexual abuse. There's no reason why you should be teaching a 9-year-old to masturbate. Okay, they shouldn't even know what the fuck that is. All right, but you see that these sisters are psychologically torturing that brother. She cannot lay hands on him because she knows that she can't take him. Okay, but she can psychologically torture. And you know, I have had family members who beat their moms up, who put their mama in a chokehold. I'm not going to say who, but I've had family members who beat their moms up. Why? It's because the mom is testing them. He was 16. It's somebody in my family. I ain't gonna say who, but he was 16 and she was testing him. And she kept antagonizing him. Like, Like she gave him these weird rules because he's the man of the house, okay? And she's probably scarred that she lost her husband. So he's the man of the house, and she's just going at him every single day. Like, you better come. When you come downstairs, you better be happy. You better be smiling. She said every time he comes downstairs, he better have a big smile on his face. That's what she told the nigga he had to do. This is what some of these mothers are on. She was a fucking bully to him. And this guy in my family, he's really close to me. Well, he was. We were really close growing up. Okay? And she was a fucking bully to him. And he was the only boy in the house. He had 2 sisters. And she bullied him, and he did good in school. He was involved in the band. He was involved in other extracurricular activities. He was a good guy. Great guy. An exemplary example of a young black man. But she fucking bullied him and poked at him and did all this stuff. So one day she pushed him, and then she mugged him in the face, and he mugged her back and then put her in a chokehold. And then the next day, because my dad was involved in the church, excuse me, I got a sore throat. I've been talking all day. Pause. But guys, he put her in a chokehold, and then the next day we're going to church and we're like casting the demon out of this nigga. It wasn't a demon, it was his fucking psychopathic, abusive, verbally abusive, psychologically abusive mother. She used to make him do a lot of things too. Like she would make him go pick up the groceries, give him a grocery list, and then like it was weird. Like she would give him a grocery list, and then when he came back with all the groceries, everything that she got on the list, she'd be like, "You forgot something." Because she'll always be like, "Give me my list back. Give me my list back." He'll come back with the groceries. "You forgot something." Bitch, you just gave me the list. Not saying that he ever called his mama a bitch, but I'm just saying, I'm speaking for the brother. You just gave me the list. Give me my list back. She take the list back, write another item down. You forgot this. In that same tone. You forgot this. And y'all wonder why I can spit this shit off like and sound like the bitch, because I know this type of shit, bro. Very insane. And it was weird to grow up with. And I spent a lot of time with this woman, and she was a bitch. Like she really was. And she would do things to provoke him. And it was sad, man. It was sad to watch. Especially when like she would send him back to the grocery store. I'd just be like, God damn. And he paying for the gas. He's fucking 16 years old. Doing band, doing sports, all that. 16 years old. And she's just on his ass about dumb shit. Then you wonder why he don't come back to no holidays. And then you wonder why he married a white woman. Uh-oh, we getting deep.
This narcissistic mum called the police on her son after accusing him of stealing her keys.
They government keys, no. Now I'm going to the majesty. I'm not playing. You done took my damn keys. My keys. All my keys. Josh has my keys. They're big and full. So I called the police.
I think now she hears it like wherever she's at.
Oh, Junior? I don't know how my ping will go with his ping.
So this woman has a ping on her keys. So if she loses her keys, you can just ping it. And that's smart. That's a good move. It's smart. But she's pinging it and she thinks it's with him for some reason.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, yeah, I can't wait till they get here.
So the father has not corrected this shit yet. So it makes me think that he might be a big stepdaddy. Or maybe this, I think I know what's going on. I don't know for sure, but I think I know what's going on. Okay. Damn it.
Crazy.
Sorry. Okay, so whenever I click on a new tab, it makes me, or it plays that music. But this might be the father of the young man, and he married this woman. That could be it, because the father has not corrected this insanity yet. Imagine you as a father sitting here and allowing a woman to call the police on your own child, to put your child's freedom and life at risk, because any interaction with the police can end deadly, right? Or so we're supposed to believe, right? So if we got these sisters out here protesting and acting a fool and encouraging these niggas to riot, young niggas, okay, to riot, why are they out here calling the police on their own children? So this brother right here has not corrected the insanity that is going on in this woman's mind. He should have said, babe, I know you lost your keys. We're not going to freak out. We are going to turn this house upside down and find those keys. Just keep pinging the thing. That's how you talk to a woman, okay? You don't let her go do some shit. You talk to her first, talk her off the edge of the cliff, and then boom, everything's good. Now you're not getting the police involved, but some of these women you can't talk to. He probably did try and pull her to the side. Baby, you overreacting. Give it some time. We gonna find them keys. You know, take a nap. Maybe you'll have a dream about it. I mean, those are some strategies that I used to, like, literally when I was a kid and I lost something, I forgot where it is, bro. I would just go take a 30-minute nap. I would wake up and I would literally know where that shit is, because when you're sleeping, it pulls from different memories that you have. And especially as a kid, like, your imagination was so flowing, but sometimes I would forget where my shit was or where I placed things. And dude, when I would just like take a nap, I would remember everything. Okay. So she should have just slept on it, took a 25-30-minute nap, and I'm pretty sure she would have found the keys. But what did she do? Call the police and endanger her household.
Oh, I can't wait till they get here.
So she even admitted that it's a misunderstanding.
I just want to make certain that there's not a misunderstanding. But I came in, I had my keys, and I always go straight into the bedroom.
You okay?
I pinged for my keys. And like it pinged here, I went to my son.
So she got the baby crying. She got the baby crying, and she is literally tattletelling, breaking the street code, and calling the police on her own kid.
Or they said, Mama wouldn't have your keys. So I knocked on the door to ask him. He wouldn't communicate with me at all. Well, he won't talk to me. That's what I'm telling you. He won't. That's your son? Yes. Josh, you have a key?
I do not have her keys. That's all I have to say.
My keys.
So I will say, he was giving her the silent treatment because she was probably on his ass. So he could have just straight up told her. He might have said it once. He might have said it twice. And then she's just on his ass. Oh, he won't talk to me now. No, it's because you was on his ass. He answered the question. You still accusing him. Right? This is what's going on. She asked him the question. He told the truth. I don't got your keys. He told the truth. He told her, hey, I don't got your keys. And she's still on his ass. There are a lot of sisters like this. And I'm telling you, it's no wonder why these niggas come out fucked up, because I don't know what the hell these women doing. And the men damn sure ain't doing shit either. Because you don't let this woman take it to this level over something that could be solved like that.
I do not have her keys. That's all I have to say.
My keys.
This is where your tax dollars are going.
I do not. I've been in my room the whole day.
She misplaced her keys. No, I didn't misplace my keys, Nestor. Stop saying that.
The keys even have a tracker on them, but she's still convinced he's taken them.
That's why I said it's not adding up.
Officers, I know I can't lie to police officer. I'm telling you right now, I do not have her keys at all. I promise you. Yeah. So, did you have her keys at all anytime? Not, man, I was in my room the whole day.
So you see how nice these officers are being. This is a black family. They invited the police into their home, which we're supposed to believe doesn't happen. Niggas will never invite the police into their home. Obviously, they don't have nothing illegal going on. You just have a psychotic woman who is terrorizing her son. Okay. And the cop is being very nice, talking to him. You don't have her keys, bro. Hey, keep it real, man, bro. You don't know where the keys at. And he's keeping it a buck.
Not, man, I was in my room the whole day. From the time she came in to the time she called y'all. Never, ever. I'm just trying to keys so we can get Nah, like what she has, honestly, she has narcissistic personality disorder. So, like, you know, she just thinks that everybody's out to attack her, especially me. You know, I'm the scapegoat child, so she thinks I'm out to get her. Like, I just been in my room the whole day, man. The whole day. I don't.
When's the last time, like, anyone seen her drive? When's the last time she drove her car?
Probably today, man, but I don't really associate with her because
yeah, don't get along.
Nah, because she's a narcissist. She only cares about herself. You know, other siblings don't really see it, but I see it, so I don't associate with her. But I definitely want to take the keys. I don't have the keys.
It's a lot of.
What am I going to do?
It's a lot of situations like this going on in the community. It's real. It's real. Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
What am I going to do? I got my own car. Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to help her find her so we can get the hell out of here. So I just wanted to speak to you.
Yeah, other than that.
So, but she drove it earlier today?
Yeah, she probably just got back. Yeah, and then she misplaced him, and now I'm the one who took him. Yeah, probably like right before y'all got here, she just got back, and then she can't find him. So I was like,
so her memory is trash. She just got back, and now still can't find the keys.
Do you know how to work the thing to find them?
Yeah, I do.
Why
can you help them find them?
Nah, man, it's a principle. I know, but it's a principle thing, man. You know, why would I help somebody who's blaming me for their problems? You know what I'm saying? I'm just not with that. No, I don't have.
So you see this brother, he's being a little petty. He knows how to work the device. He probably knows where the phone is or where the keys are. But he's like, look, I gotta prove this point. This is how crazy these sisters are. Okay, that's basically what he's saying. He said, I gotta prove this point. All right.
Nothing to prove to nobody though.
You're just making it worse.
No, she made it worse by calling y'all. She could have said, y'all should have seen how she was knocking on my door before she got here. She was banging on my.
Right?
Yeah.
She's biological.
Yeah.
Right.
This is biological mom. His biological mom, man. Giving him hell. She probably do this all the damn time.
Mom, right?
Yeah.
Biological.
Yeah.
Right. My mom can be mean to me all day long.
But she don't care about me. She's a narcissist. She do not care about me. I promise you that.
Then why are you here?
This not her place.
Whose place is it?
My dad's. She got her own shit in Raleigh.
Wow. So this ain't her place. She's a visitor. She's a guest. She's a guest. He says she got her own place in Raleigh. So I ain't trying to bag on Pop's crib though. I did bag on the apartment. But I like that's what it is, man. Like as a man, you can kind of eat that shit. Like as a man, like if you in an apartment at 50, you like, look, I can bounce back from this shit. You know, my earning potential is whatever it is, and I can bounce back from this. A lot of these women, I'm gonna keep it a buck. For one, they don't want to work that late into their life. And then for two, they're used to getting things for the free ski off of the way that they look, and now they can't do it no more. So now the bills is racking up for real because the lifestyle that they was living, it don't match with what they live in now because now you're not getting free rides. So all that traveling that they was doing, it ain't happening no more because who's flying out a 50-year-old woman who's, 100 pounds overweight?
I always had stuff that I did not know was going on
I know.
That was so cute. I'm not gonna lie. We gotta run it back. And you know, not to make it super dark, but these are the types of little kids that are getting hit by these stray bullets, man. You know, it's real out here. You know, if you go through my channel, man, there's so many examples. It's some bullshit, and there's no reason why this shit should have escalated to this point.
You're a good helper, aren't you? You're good, Emma. Yeah. Man, I wish you luck in finding your key. I'm sorry we couldn't help you.
He said, call him back if anything is missing. He's in his own house.
Call baby girl.
Yeah. The police left. She called them and they left. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna just let you know. I was inside my room the whole. Why would I? I wouldn't take her keys. That don't even make sense. That's dumb.
Josh, I'm sorry for blaming you.
I don't want your apology. I don't even want to look at you, bro. You's a and I hate you.
Damn. And then she started dancing. She started dancing to that. She said, hey. And this is, it's a weird emotional coping mechanism that people do when they're like in a heated argument. A lot of folks in the community, they start dancing and hey, and it's like a different, it's a taunt, I guess, but that escalated quickly. Let's run it back.
Call baby girl.
Yeah. The police left. She called them and they left. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just let you know. I was inside my room the whole. Why would I? I wouldn't take her keys. That don't even make sense.
And the dad is just like, yeah, okay. I already know. Damn, and you can't tell these women nothing because she bigger than him. She might slap the fuck out of that. She might be beating the fuck out that nigga because that nigga is so passive, bruh. That nigga, yeah, I know. Hey, man. Pops, you can do a lot better. If she got her own place, why is she even there?
That's dumb.
Josh, I'm sorry for blaming you.
I don't want your apology. I don't even want to look at you, bro. You's a and I hate you. Yeah, you crazy. Yeah, you called the police and they left. You a and you know you is.
But I see you didn't call me that in front of them.
He said, you a bitch and I hate you. He said, you a bitch and I hate you to his own moms. That's how far she's pushed him. Damn. It sucks to see it like this, but I don't know how this is very common in the community, okay? It's common for a lot of young black men to be in conflict with their moms because they do a lot. They put a lot of pressure on them, and it sounds like they were like a split up household and they're still like in communication and all that kind of stuff. But if she has her own place in Raleigh, to me, it sounds like they're separated. That's the vibe that it's getting for me. So they're separated and she, comes back because a lot of these men don't know how to say no to these women. So even though she done divorced you and she separated from you and all this shit, you still doing shit for her. She's still living in your house. She's still, eating your groceries. She's still not doing shit. She's still not cleaning and doing her duties, but she, reaping the benefits off of you being a nice guy. This is the father is a great example of the nice guy. The father is a great example of the nice guy because no masculine man would ever let that happen to his kids. No masculine man would ever. And that's why the marriage thing is very dangerous because she got you by the balls when you're married. And then a lot of brothers, they like being married. Okay. Contrary to popular belief, excuse me, a lot of brothers like being married. They enjoy being married, and you know, they want to make it work, man. They really do. And it looks like to me that this brother wants to make it work so much to the fact where he's just like, happy wife, happy life. I'm gonna let y'all get that out. But I do want to run it back to when he called his mama a bitch. That was crazy.
You good, Emma? Yeah. Man, I wish you luck in finding your keys.
Oh, baby girl.
Yeah. The police left. She called them and they left. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just let you know. I was inside my room the whole time. Why would I wouldn't take her keys. That don't even make sense. That's dumb.
Josh, I'm sorry for blaming you.
So she apologized, and he's like, fuck that. I don't want your apology. Let's go.
I don't want your apology. I don't even want to look at you, bro. You's a and I hate you. Yeah, you crazy. Yeah, you called the police and they left. You a and you know you is.
But I see you didn't call me at front of them.
Uh-oh.
I don't want your apology. They're not taking me away.
Damn. Damn, that was crazy. He's in his own apartment with his pop's crib. She lives in Raleigh. She come here, and then she said if you vandalize anything in your own home, they'll take you away. Wow. Wow. That is insane. Wow. She's in his dad's crib, which is his residence. Okay. His guardian is his father at this moment. The police said they will take that boy away if he, quote unquote, vandalizes anything. That's wild, man. Let's run it back.
Josh, I'm sorry for blaming you.
I don't want your apology. I don't even want to look at you, bro. You's a and I hate you. Yeah, you crazy. Yeah, you called the police and they left. You a and you know you is.
But I see you didn't call me at front of them.
I don't want your apology. They're not taking me away. I'm glad you can't find your even with the air tag, you can't find your went from
He said, I'm glad you can't find your shit. Hey, I like that dance. So, hey, do it with me. Hey. Right foot now. Left foot now. Start doing a cha-cha slide of this bitch.
I'm glad you can't find.
Let's go back
crazy.
to the dance.
Yeah, you called the police to look at you, bro. You's a and I hate you. Yeah, you crazy. Yeah, you called the police and they left. You a and you know you is.
I'm surprised she ain't start twerking, throwing that ass. Bro, you working with some magic? A lot of these mothers twerk in front of their kids. Pay attention.
Apology. I don't even want to look at you, bro. You's a and I hate you. Yeah, you crazy. Yeah, you called the police and they left. You a and you know you is.
But I see you didn't call me at front of them.
I don't want your apology. They're not taking me away. I'm glad you can't find your even with the air tag, you can't find your went from your husband taking your to me taking your shit. Yeah, no, Dad, she started it.
I know she's
don't turn this on me. She started it. Dad, understand the situation. Understand it first before
he says she's my wife, and the child is yelling over the woo. And then you wonder why a lot of these brothers just be doming their whole family. A lot of niggas recently have domed their whole family. Remember that story where the nigga domed his whole family and then went to his girl's crib and you know laid down with her or some shit? Like, this is, I'm not saying that's why he did it, but it's a lot of motherfuckers out here who deleting their family. Shout out to Natasha or Natashka 1982. Jesus, with the $5 super trap. She says twerking is low IQ.
Oh, shit, like
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. She was definitely like, hey. All right, but yeah, he just cuts his whole family out.
Don't turn this on me. She started it. Dad, understand the situation. Understand it first before you point fingers.
All right, so That was a real situation, man. Let's see. It's some real shit going on out here, man, and a lot of these women are going crazy, man. They really are. So I have another clip for you guys. And this is a woman who accused her husband of taking advantage of their own children. So let's get into this video, man. It's fucking crazy.
Listening to some of the craziest mess I have ever heard in my life today. Mom, talk to me. What is going on here?
What's going on from my perspective is that I feel that my girls have been raped by their father, and they having that difficult time of really knowing the truth.
Who do you believe was raped?
Whitney and Nicole.
You believe that?
Yes.
So how did you come to that understanding?
When Nicole was 2 and 3 years old, she would go stand by the commode and scream and holler and use the bathroom on herself. And when...
So she wasn't potty trained, or were y'all neglecting her and not taking her to the bathroom when she asked y'all she needed to go to the bathroom?
Whitney was 3 years old. She would hide up under the bed when it was time for him to get off from work. I missed paying attention to what was going on with her because we were married. But after the domestic violence that I endured, when I moved out and moved to my own apartment.
So you left him?
Yes, ma'am.
Why? Was it because you...
It was because he beat me down, drugged me across the road, and strangled me. After that incident.
So this is the abuse that they're saying they're going through. And let's keep it a buck. We know that a lot of these brothers can be abusive, all right? There's countless stories, weekly stories of niggas killing a girlfriend, killing a wife, whatever, okay? We know that there are a percentage who are abusive, but then there are also a percentage who are being lied on, okay? So not to confuse the two. And when you lie about this abuse, you make it harder for the people who actually, or the women who actually are being abused. I mean, as a matter of fact, I was actually watching this video on this woman who worked at like a domestic violence shelter, and she said, and it was crazy that she said about 80% of the women who come into the domestic violence shelter are exaggerating. I can't remember exactly what state, but she said 80% of the women who go into the domestic, I think it was in Miami, 80% of the women who go in there are exaggerating. So that's pretty jarring too.
During that year, he had called and said he wanted to get the girls. However, when he came by to get them, he said he just wanted Whitney. And nevertheless, I told him, make sure you bring her back because they have to go to a vocational Bible study. And of course, he was late. But when Whitney came in, I wanted to get her dressed and ready. And then when I pulled her panties down, there was blood. And when I saw the blood, I just...
So she had an early period?
I instantly picked up the phone and dialed 911 and said their father, he had Whitney, and she was there back at my house with blood in her panties.
Wow.
And so what happened then?
Police came and got him and arrested him, and we all went down. So everybody had to be examined.
Wow. That's fucked. So she accused this nigga. Of taking advantage of their own kids. This is deep.
Your memory may not be your best witness to the truth. when I start hearing stuff so crazy.
Got the man arrested. I ask again, who are really calling the police on black men? Matter of fact, let's do a poll, and we're gonna have to get the likes up. We got to get the likes up, man. Let's go to Jinquavius.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut. All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back. Whoa. Yo! Whoa. Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
All right, guys. So make sure y'all keep them likes up, man. We gotta keep this churning. But yeah, this is some crazy shit. She called the police in this white supremacist judicial system, and a charge like that could have that man put away for decades.
You know, like the young.
Unless Ketanji Brown Jackson was the judge, then he gonna get a plea. He gonna get a plea that's below the minimum sentence.
People say I had to go look up the receipts. Some of them from just public records. The other medical reports that I have here do not conclude it was rape or molestation. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
We have one document that it was indicated that what was originally reported to be blood in her panties was actually popsicle stains.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know about that?
Yeah.
If it was popsicle stains, what was the conclusive evidence that this man sexually molested his children?
Popsicle stains. Popsicle stains. And who wants to bet that she put those popsicle stains in that little girl's drawers? Who wants to bet that she, like, come on, bro. And the thing is, we have DNA evidence now, but think back, like, to a time where we didn't. A lot of this can be fake. She could have took her own blood. Before DNA, she could have took her own blood. And even went as far as to do some other things like tampering with the wiring of her own daughter to try and frame this man. Because that's pretty much what she was trying to do. Frame her baby daddy. This is crazy, man.
When I pulled her panties down, I saw blood. And I took her to the hospital. And a lady...
The what? The hospital? She said the hospital. Like the hospital? The hospital. The hospital. Hold on.
Pulled her panties down, I saw blood. And I took her to the hospital.
The hospital? What? I mean, are we that country in the South? Are we that country? At least put the hospital. At least like pedal it at the hospital. Don't hospital. God, that she said hospital.
When I pulled her panties down, I saw blood, and I took her to the hospital.
How do you spell that? Nigga, put in the chat how to spell hospital. Put in the motherfucking chat right now how to spell hospital.
When I pulled her panties down, I saw blood, and I took her to the hospital.
Oh, God.
And a lady came in to examine her, and she took the panties. When we made it back to court, they were similar. They were
similar? Oh, shit. God damn, we ain't gonna be able to get through these videos. She says similar. She going to the church too often. You could tell she played the cymbals. She said similar. Hold on. Let's see. We got Reese from Philly with the spelling hospital, Hospilla. Okay, we got some people agreeing on how to spell hospital. Oh shit. We got Mr. Jake the Great. He said hospital, HAASPILLUH. Can we get it used in a sentence? Ooga Booga says HOSPULLA. Be More 1990 says hospizzle. God damn. Oh shit, man. Hold on.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Ah, damn. I'm out here dying back. That nigga said house pillow. Yo! Shit.
When we made it back to court, they were similar. They were brand new.
Similar? No. Oh, shit. What? What, Grandma?
And they made it back to court. They were similar. They were brand new, and they had Kool-Aid.
Guys, you already know what to do. How do we spell similar? How do we spell similar? Similar, SIMBALERR. Goddamn.
In the seat of them. I think it was switched.
Then
Oh,
I have a
shit.
complaint taken out by you against Darcy Moselle Hughes that intentionally caused bodily injury to the child or has sexually abused the children. Read that line right there.
Uh-oh. So she actually was the one doing it. So she was gaslighting this brother. A lot of good black men get drugged through the mud, and then they're forced to feel bad. They're forced to feel bad for finding a woman who they're compatible with. And if it just so happens that she is not the same complexion as he is, you're looked down upon in the community. Oh, you don't believe me?
Any black man who is with a woman who's not an African herself is going to have a difficult time getting respect from me. I believe black men need to be with black women. The black family is under attack Only 1 out of every 4 black women gets married. The black woman is last likely to get married. She's the last married, the first divorced. We have what? 2/3 of our children being raised by working class and impoverished single black female-led house homes. The destruction of a nation begins in the home of its families. And if we want to save black people, we have to save the black family. And in order to do that, black men have to commit themselves to black women.
Correct. But I would say, listen, your wife is white. So we're going to stop the black talk right now. I keep telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani.
So you ask yourself, yo, why are the statistics like that? Why are the statistics so crazy for these sisters? And why is it harder for them to get married than any other race of women? And you have to give some credit. It can't be just the men's fault, okay? Now, we've got some psychotic men. Don't get me wrong. But 9 times out of 10, when these women get involved, they know. Oh, my God. Bro, y'all cannot tell me that these women do not know the difference between a good man and an ain't shit nigga. Let me say that again. Y'all cannot tell me that these women do not know the difference between a good man and an ain't shit nigga, okay? And then when they get a good man, they do shit like this to him.
By sleeping in the bed with the child and asking her to open her legs.
Woo!
That would have been Whitney.
But then help me understand this. I have here to grant custody of Brittany to the plaintiff, her father.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I'm to understand this, in 1 year, you get a protection order because the man is sleeping in the bed with the children and asking them to open their legs. And then 10 years later, you send her to live with him? I just really need to understand how it is that you've got 3 girls that you believe were sexually molested by their father.
Wow.
And you let them go spend time with him.
They wanted to spend time with their dad because they felt like I was keeping him from them.
They wanted to go stay with the man that molested them.
And that was something that I didn't want. They were teenagers, and I felt like that they could protect themselves.
They could protect themselves. So you're accusing the man of molesting the children, and then, boom, you send them to the man who allegedly molested them, okay? Yeah, the rationale behind that is flawed anyway. So I can't even take that seriously. I can't, okay? You can't even take the accusation seriously at that point. So here we go.
Results of your lie. I got the results of your lie detector test. So the question was, did you make up or exaggerate any stories with the intention to hurt or harm Monzel?
All right, so Monzel was a baby daddy, and a lot of these women do this to turn the kid against the father. So imagine if you're a 10-year-old girl or whatnot, and you tell your daughter that the father was taking advantage of her at a young age. Or think about it, like you're gonna hate your father, and then she might even ignite, because let's keep it a buck, a lot of women who are sexually abused, they go through a lot of sexual trauma, and then their sexual decisions are not that good, so they do a hoe phase, okay? By this lie, she might have ignited a hoe phase in her own kids, okay? And that could have led to, the destruction of their life, or the trajectory of their life could have been halted in that way, because they think that they're dealing with a trauma that never even occurred to them. Okay, and a lot of women gonna be like, well, sexually abused women, they have a right to express their sexuality and figure out what they want. Look, I'm not saying they can do whatever the fuck they want. I'm just saying, when women get sexually abused as a young kid, they usually are loose with it, okay? So and it's fucked up. It really is. But that's what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? I've dated a lot of women who have gone through certain things, and ultimately they ended up being like over promiscuous. I gotta understand if you fuck a guy and you think he's hot and you know he's treating you somewhat good and type shit, and you know it's not gonna last, but you still want to, you know, fuck around with him because he's hot. I get that, but like, I'm just talking about indiscriminately, like fucking niggas, like pop a pill, da 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 da, fucking nigga. Like, you take 3 shots and now you fucking a nigga. Like, I'm talking about that. Like, we got a lot of that. We got a lot of that, and that's why they don't want you to judge them off their body count and shit like that. I know the well, I'm losing all the women leaving the chat, but that's why they don't, because they want to make that excuse, like, oh, I was this, I was that, this happened to me. Even girls who get taken advantage of, girls who get taken advantage of later in life, they really ain't on that shit. But like, if they were taken advantage of younger, or they thought they were, it can definitely lead to some confusion and bad decision making, to say the least.
Remember that question? And you said no. And the lie detector said that there was deception indicated.
Uh-oh.
Wow. This is really...
You asked for the lie detector.
Yes,
I can only tell you what the answer.
And all her kids know that she fucking lying. And this is what a lot of sisters will do. They'll let you believe something up until the point where it's like it's just insane to even lie about it. Like with this, she went through the lie detector test. She knew she was gonna fail. It happens when there's like paternity fraud too. Like, I don't know, y'all seen the Maury show. The women know that they are not 100% sure whose kid it is. I mean, sometimes they know for a fact that it's not the man that they're accusing of being kid, but maybe that man has more shit going on. Maybe they think they can get more child support from him, so they choose him over the daddy, or they choose him over the real daddy. So we see this on the Maury show. We see this in real life. I mean, it happens a lot. So some of these women will go all the way to the point of being on the damn Maury show, and they know they lying, but they'll still go through with it. And then at the end of that, they'll still be like, oh, well, you still need to take care of your kids. Bitch, it's not my kids.
Answers are.
Yes, I did. Okay. I mean, seriously.
Seriously, what?
Seriously?
You asked for the lie detector test.
Yes, I did.
Miss Yvonne.
Yes,
and
I did.
These are the responses. So what do you want to say about them? Not seriously, because your children have been suffering. So let's just have a woman conversation.
Let's do that.
What do you want them to know about this?
The questions that I answered was answered truthfully.
Okay, so let me tell you Mr. Monzel's answers. Did you have any sexual contact with any of your 3 daughters? What does the answer say?
Not deceptive.
Did you touch any of your daughters for the purpose of sexual contact? What does it say?
Not deceptive.
So if his answers are...
Look, that one's breaking down, because you know she's been dealing with this. Like, her mother really convinced, the mother really convinced them that their dad sexually abused them. And she's breaking down because she's probably regretting all that time where she was conflicted in loving her own father. These vindictive sisters can make you conflicted in loving your own father. So she's breaking down because all throughout her life, her father's been, he seems like a really good, great guy, stand-up brother. And she's like, man, he seems really good, but mom tells me that he's this, and mom tells me that he's that, and mom tells me that he touched me when I was a kid, and I'm scared to even be around him because I don't want to be alone with my own father. This shit goes deep, y'all. We got a lot of issues in the community, and they don't want you to call it out. They don't want you to call it out. These sisters don't want you to call it out, and these brothers definitely don't want you to call it out. All right. I've shown you guys. If you go to my community tab, you see the comments that I post. A lot of the people in the community do not want to call out the issues that we are letting run rampant. It's not no one-off. I'll go as far as to say this is 1 in 5. We have women like this, 1 in 5, and then the other 4 got issues too. So you got to pick your poison in the community. And it's the same with brothers, okay? It's the same with brothers. It's sad, but it's the truth. And I'm not finna be out here acting like this shit's not real, okay? If it's one thing, if it's not one thing, it's the other. And you know, we are to come out here and make sense of all of this confusion and all of this disarrayment in the community.
Not deceptive, and yours are deceptive. What does that mean? He never touched the children.
Oh, and that one with the micros right here, she looked like she looked like what is her name? Keisha, the little girl who was in the Cosby Show, and then she grew up, black girl, real cute. I forgot her fucking name. Hold on. Rudy from the Cosby Show. Damn it, I don't remember her name. Keisha Knight Pulliam, yeah. She kind of resembles her. So, you know, very beautiful woman. She was probably being told that she was being touched on. I'm sure she had a lot of opportunities with good black men who she couldn't get over that trauma, and it probably ruined a lot of her relationships. Okay, this shit happens, bruh. It really does. And just to think about it, man, all of the opportunities that they could have had if they could have just been open with a man who they felt like, you know, respected them in that way. It ruins a lot of opportunities.
He never touched the children. He never touched them sexually. So here's your answer. Did the dad rape them?
Damn. No.
No.
And Shorty, she deal with her issues in a different way. You know, she eating her problems. I mean, you know, she got a cute face. It's workable, but you could tell she eating her problems. She just like, I knew my mama wasn't shit.
So what do you want to say to your daughter?
Yo, shout out to Computer Geek. He said, Mama need to go to the hospital for some psych help. Oh, God, she definitely need to. and her physical doctor need to be similar to a psychiatric doctor.
I'm glad that he did not take advantage and rape y'all.
What, bitch?
That's all you want to say.
That's all. So obviously this woman is insane. So let's get to, there's a couple more clips. We got the baby father who also speaks his truth. So we want to see what the good brothers is talking about.
Today we're gonna clean up the infection. We're gonna tell the truth. Mr. Manzel.
The fact that he can sit in front of this woman after all those lies and her turning her own kids against him, and look how old he is. All this time. Okay? And I'm not saying that there ain't a lot of niggas who are deadbeats, but there are a lot of niggas who want to be involved in their kids' lives. And I would say that it's more than the deadbeats, okay? Maybe not by much, but overall it's more, okay? So we do have the results back from the poll. Who's really calling the police on black men? We have 13% that say Karens are calling the police on black men, And then we have 87% that say Shaquanianas are calling the police on black men. Okay, so we're going to end the poll right there. I appreciate everybody who voted in the poll, but it sounds like the Shaquanianas are calling the police on black men. So, and this is a good example of it as well.
Now, in your lie detector test, you were asked, did you have any sexual contact with any of your 3 daughters? You said no. And the lie detector said there was no deception.
Yes, thank God.
Aw, that girl's so cute.
How does that feel for you? And that your daughters know it.
Damn.
I felt they always did know it.
You felt they always did know it. Mm-hmm. And didn't speak it because?
They didn't know no better.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't told no different.
Can't blame the children if that's all they're hearing in their life.
Miss Yvonne took a lie detector test.
Uh-oh.
And said, did you make up or exaggerate any stories with the intention to harm Monzel? She responded no, and the answer was deceptive. Then he asked you, did you say something to the effect of, I'm going to make sure you're never happy again? She responded no, and the answer was deceptive.
Wow.
So Miss Yvonne acknowledged that her story about you touching your children in a sexual way was not true.
Woo!
So, Miss Yvonne, is anything that you wanted to say to Mr. Monzel?
Why didn't you fight for him harder? If you
What the fuck? Why didn't you fight for him harder? You getting drugged through the courts. You want to fight it, but you can't afford to. Your money tied up in other things. You want to start a business. You want to make money off your job. You want to do. And this bitch got the nerve to say, why didn't you fight harder? What the fuck else was he supposed to do? At this point, you can't even blame the nigga for walking away. Fight for me. And this is where a lot of these women got it fucked up. I'm not fighting for shit. I'm whole. You better come whole. Because if you're not whole, I'm going to go find another hole. Straight up.
To say to Mr. Monzel.
Why didn't you fight for him harder if you knew you didn't do it?
And what is it?
I'm glad Ayanna Van Zant had to stop her right there, because that shit was wild.
That he could have said that would have made you not believe the lie you were telling. Miss Yvonne, you told the lie. It was a lie, and you told it. And you got to own it.
I'm sorry. I need you to say that you did not rape your girls. I need to hear it come out your mouth the way I've always heard it, Ma.
I apologize for accusing you of raping them.
Wow.
Please forgive me.
She sounded like she didn't even want to apologize. Please forgive me. That's all? That's all?
You don't have to forgive her. You don't have to.
I cannot accept your apology because
that's real. That's real. A lot of us gonna have to stop. Even if you forgive them within yourself, don't give them the satisfaction that you telling them that you forgive them. That's how I think. Look, I'm at peace with it by myself, but I'm not finna let you know that I forgive you. Like, I'm not finna give you that. Like, I'm not one of these sisters who gonna be, I forget a nigga that killed my son. I know that you just need some help, baby. You just need the Lord to wrap his hands around your sugar sweet pop, baby. I know you killed my son, but you are my new son, baby. You my new son. You my son, baby. You are my son, baby. Yo, like, I'm telling you, the forgiveness, like, sisters will, she dragged this nigga through hell. Drag this nigga through the mud. And I guarantee if somebody walked up to all three of her daughters and shot them all in the face, she would be on the news the next day. I forgive you, baby. Just turn yourself in. Let justice make its way. I hope you get a bond, baby, of $2,500. Put up 10% of that. Baby, I love you. You my son, baby. You can come to the cookout tomorrow. I'm going to have some hot plates for you. I'm going to have some food for you. You are my new child. I swear I love you, baby. Like, I forgive you, honey. I forgives you. Like, that's what we're getting now. And if you don't believe me, just watch my videos. It's literally everywhere. Like, these women are forgiving the killer, like, before the nigga even got caught. Gunu, the famous rapper who they brought his embalmed body into the club to get some twerk from some strippers in DC. Even his mother, the next day, goddamn, the niggas robbed him for his jewelry and killed the nigga. He had like damn near $100,000 worth of jewelry on. They killed him while he's walking away. He gave the jewelry up, didn't fight for it, gave the shit up, walking away. They shoot him in the back, and she say she forgive him the next motherfucking day. I'm like, what? So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to say, look, I believe that inside of your heart, you don't let it ruin your joy. You don't let it take your joy. But I'm not giving you the motherfucking satisfaction of saying, oh, I forgives you for dragging me through the mud and turning my daughters against me. Nah, it's not gonna happen. He has no sons. He's a girl dad. These women are all he has.
I cannot accept your apology because it's not sincere. Deep down, I know that you didn't believe that. You knew I had no sexual desires for my children. For 25 years, this thing has broken me.
And look at her face. She don't give a fuck. She just like, well, why you ain't fight harder then, nigga?
Has broken me.
This nigga finna break. Like, he's doing the nose twitch. That's when you know that, like, you're finna just burst out in tears and you're fighting back the tears. The nose twitch, my nigga. Look at how quick, like, his nose just ran a 40-yard dash. Like, his right nostril just ran a 40-yard dash. Look how quick his nose started twitching when he started describing the pain that she put this nigga through.
For 25 years, this thing has broken me.
The nose twitch.
You don't know. It has affected my life in ways I can't even count. The things that you did.
My nigga's nose is still running. Fuck a 40-yard dash. He running 110 meter.
You can't.
Woo, that nose
the
twitching.
Things that you did. This is not no game. This is these children's lives. And it's just a demon in you.
He said it's a demon in you. He said these super grandma gremlins are on demon time.
This is these children's lives. And it's just a demon in you that you need to deal with.
Uh-oh. So, woo, that was very emotional. Very emotional. All right, so we got a few more clips. We got one more clip, and then we're going to call it. Guys, make sure you like the stream, man. Been giving you 148 minutes of that gas. So hit the Super Trap, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. We are going to go ahead and get into this last clip, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that this woman who accused her own baby daddy of molesting his own children.
She belongs to the streets. Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet.
She belonged to the streets, y'all. So from the streets she came, to the streets she shall return. Guys, do not impregnate, wife up, cuff these women from the streets who are on demon time.
Have you ever said that this man was the father of her child?
Monzel has literally beat me. Drug me up and down the road.
No. I said, here's the question that's on the floor. We're going to deal with what's on the floor. Okay. What's on the floor is, have you ever made inference that he was the father of his granddaughter? Have you said that?
No.
You've never said that he was the father of her child.
I said, I wonder.
And
Wow. And my thing is, why the fuck doesn't she know who the father of her child? So she accused the nigga of impregnating the dog. How the fuck does she not remember who she fucked though? So the sister kind of aided and abetted, because if I'm not mistaken, she just said that guys, are we still good? Are we still good? It looks like it timed out on me. But she said she wonders if if her daughter's child, which is her grandchild, is the child of her father. It's some real sick shit that she was imagining in her mind and then trying to invade her kid's brain with. But how the fuck didn't she know who her own kid was? Like, when are they saying she had a kid at like fucking 9 years old or some shit? Like, how could she not know? If she, I mean, even if she's 15 years old, like, you know who you fucked.
Or is, have you ever made inference that he was the father of his granddaughter? Have you said that?
No.
You've never said that he was the father of her child.
I said, I wonder.
And did you say that out loud to the public? Did you say that out loud to anybody?
Yes.
So it was.
Are we good? Are we good? This shit just timed out. My fucking internet. I got this extender. I got this extender that's I got this extender that like is connected to my Wi-Fi and shit, and it literally just timed out. But I think it's good now. We should be good now. But anyways, bro, this woman should be in jail for lying on this nigga, bruh, for the false accusation. But women never face prison time for no false accusation. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They should serve. And this is what they say. Oh, well, it'll deter women who are telling the truth. No, it won't. Bro, my homeboy, a nigga that I play football with, he's been going through a rape case for like 3 years. And they banned him from the city that he gave his blood, sweat, and tears for. And he was cleared of the charges, bruh. He was cleared of the charges. Matter of fact, and it was a white woman who accused him. But he was cleared of the charges. And guess what happened to that woman? Nothing. Nothing.
Did you say that out loud to anybody?
Yes.
So it was a lie.
I wonder.
It won't just you wonder.
What did you hear?
Truth.
What did you hear?
Yeah, you gotta apologize for that too, Mom.
Yeah, you have to own
And the daughters aren't even being that hard on her, honestly.
that, and you need to apologize for it so that we can clear that.
I mean, at least the last nigga in the last clip called his mama a bitch. I mean, we ain't even heard no profanities out of the daughters. So they're taking this very well, you know. Couple tears, but they're taking it very well.
Affection.
I do apologize because I did say I wonder if you were the dad and the granddad.
And that is not only emasculating, that's where that masculine energy comes from. These women they're using that masculine energy. That's not only, it's so many things going on with that. Okay. A lot of these women are very abusive, and they want to say the men are abusive. The men are abusive. Single black fathers are doing great out here. They're flourishing. The fathers who get custody of their kids, they're raising their kids to be upstanding citizens. It's these single women, these single sisters, who are raising the super gremlins on demon time.
I did say that.
An incestuous sexual predator.
Ooh.
A monster. Ask God to forgive you.
And what did Rick Ross say? God forgives, I don't.
Let me ask you another question. Have you ever said to your daughter that she liked having sex with her father? Have you ever said that to this woman right here?
No.
What did you
This
say?
woman is a pathological liar.
Miss Nicole.
Being raped and liking it.
Ooh, what? And a lot of these women berate their daughters because they're jealous of them. She was probably jealous of her daughter for her light skin. She was probably tormenting her daughter. She might be the reason why she, on the heavier side. Forcing her to eat. You better eat that whole plate, giving her more food than the dark-skinned girls. I've seen this shit before. You better eat that whole plate. The girl is full, but you trying to get her to eat more. Fuck is wrong with them? And like there's this narrative that like, oh, you go to grandma's house and you always get fed. Sometimes you get overfed at grandma's house. Let me repeat. Sometimes grandma overfeeding the babies. Sometimes grandma overfeeding the chillins, giving chitlins to the chillin, smothered jerk chicken and fucking lard sauce. Like, there's a lot of shit going on. Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't motherfucking know.
And another infection. Clean that up.
You say I said that to you.
No.
I acknowledge.
She don't want to admit it. You said I said that to you. And these women, I'll give her that. I will concede the fact that she probably don't remember what the fuck she said to her daughters. She probably says all types of shit to her daughters. She probably says all types of shit to, like, I've heard some of the worst shit. Girl, take them pants off. Your pussy hanging out of your ass crack. I done heard all types of shit from these women in public places. Okay? You need to stop wearing them panties. Them panties make all these niggas want to fuck you. You know what I mean? Like some goofy shit. Like, it's crazy.
Did that to you.
No.
I acknowledge that I may have said that to you. Please forgive me.
My man Sun Kid said cupcakes with gravy filling. Yeah, what's that? The Luther burger. Y'all remember the Luther burger from Boondocks? This is what grandma trying to feed you every goddamn night. She trying to feed you a Luther burger with fries fried in lard sauce and chitlin grease, nigga. Grandma trying to feed you some shit that's gonna make you go into a coma and have an itis.
I forgive you. Miss Yvonne, I'm going to support you, mom to mom. But for a mother to say that.
And she's still going to support her mom to mom. The sisterhood is real, y'all. The sisterhood, Uber Alice, as they like to call it, is real. Even with all the lies, even with all the abuse, that she put upon this man, I'm still going to accept you as a mother, and I'm going to be there for you, baby, and lay your chest or lay your head on my chest. And you know, while you're here, get some breast milk, baby. We going to take care of you, honey. That's bullshit. No, you're rejected. You should have your woman card taken and your black card for that matter. Fuck it. Okay? Because you done did more damage to this young man. I mean, this brother, old brother, grandfather, father, you know, all types of things. She done did more to this man than white supremacy ever could have done.
Please forgive me. I forgive you.
They forgive her already. What the fuck? She literally, and I don't know how she doesn't remember who the fuck. I don't know how she doesn't remember who the fuck her kid's dad is. That's a whole nother issue. We gonna come back to that. But how the fuck do you not know who the father of your child is? So much so that your mother can convince you that it's your own dad. That's some bullshit.
No. I acknowledge that I may have said that to you. Please forgive me.
I forgive you. Miss Yvonne, I'm going to support you, mom to mom. But for a mother to say that a child is sleeping with the father and liking it, I don't even know where. That ain't about her. That ain't about him. That's about your heart. It hurt.
Yeah, and she's a sexually sadistic, hedonistic, like she is playing out her own sexual fantasies on these children's malleable minds. That's what it is. Those are things that she wanted to do. She is the sick, twisted, incestual, sadistic, like she's the demented. She is the one who has the sexual proclivities of that, where she, you know, may have found her father attractive, okay, and wanted to sleep with her own father, or maybe some uncles in her family, or maybe she underwent some sexual abuse and wanted to inflict that same trauma on her own daughters because she was jealous of their beauty. Who knows? But all of these thoughts that come out of her mind, and then she tries and accuse the father of, these are sexual fantasies that she has on her own. And like I said, that's why I don't really like the Supreme Court, the appointee, Ketanji Brown Jackson, because she's soft on these chomos. She's soft on these child molesters. And it makes me think that, you know, maybe she's connected to some people who, you know, are on that type of time. That's all I'll say.
That ain't about him. That's about your heart. It hurt a lot.
She needs to go home and get a blood test done on her on her daughter ASAP, at least to find out what blood type the child is. At least to find out what blood, because I don't know. You might have to throw that shit in a database and try and find the daddy, or go to the hood, or go to your yearbook, you know what I'm saying, at your high school, and throw the yearbook on the wall, and whatever page you stick to, pick a nigga on that page, because there's no reason why you shouldn't know who the fuck if it's between your father and another nigga that you was fucking during that time, there's no question why you should even allow that to be a thought in your head. And I know the mother could have just said, hey, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if your son is his son. I would, like, she might have just said that and that hurt her feelings, but she didn't really think that was actually a possibility. But if she actually believed that and that went down in her mind, there's some issues going on.
Again, I apologize.
Oh, hell no. She's gonna go hug him.
Because I never did really love.
How about I never did really want you? Tell the gut
I didn't
truth.
want any children, baby. Just not just you.
And how does that make, and this is why the abortion rate is so high in the black community, because these bitches do not want kids. And when they fuck around and have kids, they like, God damn it, I'm stuck with you niggas, man. How does that make you feel that your mama come up to you and say, I should have swallowed your baby? But it's not just you, it's your other sister too. I didn't want any kids. It's not just you, honey. Don't feel singled out. I didn't want none of y'all little niggas.
Love.
How about I never did
love.
really want you? Tell the
No,
gut
I didn't
truth.
want any children, baby. Just not just you.
Not just you, baby. Come here, baby. I didn't want no kids. It wasn't just you, baby. Where's the next one? I needed. Come on, baby. It's not just you. Come, bring your ass over here. Give me a hug. It's not just you. I don't want none of y'all little niggas.
And it wasn't intended.
It wasn't personal.
But I get it.
Hear
that
me. It wasn't
it
personal.
started from the womb.
Say, I want you. That's all she needs to know. She's been fighting for her life since she was in the womb. Just let her know you want her.
I want you. So bad. Please forgive me. Please forgive me.
All right, so if you guys had any question on who really calls the police on black men, there's your answer. So with that being said, we went for a pretty long time, 2 hours. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I need to make me some more tea and kill this and get me some cough drops and kill this sore throat. But I appreciate everybody who came in here, everybody who contributed to the show, sponsored the show, and hit that super trap, man. If you are living with a woman who is on this type of time, man, I do feel bad for you, but get out as soon as you can, bro, and never look back. We have a lot of these women out here who are tormenting the men in their households, and they have a lot of power. They really do. These women out here running households, and you have to choose wisely. If you choose a masculine sister, that'll be the motherfucking death of you, bro. I'm telling you that right now. So anyways, you already know what it is, man. We're going to go ahead and have Jenquavius Jackson close us out.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can damn get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.